Mike, welcome to the show. We appreciate you being on tonight.
Thanks for the invitation, Joe.
Okay, let's talk about the rat of the week. Why is Bayer Corporation the rat of the week?
Internal documents show that after this company positively, absolutely knew that they had a medication that was infected with the AIDS virus, they took the product off the market in the U.S. and then they dumped it in France, Europe, Asia, and Latin America.
Bayer is a global pharmaceutical and life sciences company headquartered in Leverkusen, Germany. The company was founded in 1863 by Friedrich Bayer and Johann Friedrich Westcott and has grown to become a major player in the healthcare industry, with operations in over 100 countries worldwide. Bayer's products and services include prescription drugs, consumer health products, crop protection and seeds, and animal health products. The company is known for its innovative research and development and has a strong presence in the fields of healthcare, agriculture, and materials science. In addition to its core businesses, Bayer is also involved in social and environmental initiatives, such as sustainability and climate protection. So why would a company whose role is to serve the community be so hated? In this video essay, we will explore the various issues that have plagued the company in recent years. The opioid epidemic in the United States is a serious public health crisis that has had a devastating impact on individuals, families, and communities. Opioid painkillers, such as OxyContin and Vicodin, are prescription drugs that are often prescribed for the treatment of pain, but they are also highly addictive and can be abused. The widespread abuse and addiction to these drugs has led to a significant increase in overdose deaths, as well as other negative consequences, such as increased healthcare costs and decreased productivity. According to data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, the opioid epidemic in the United States has claimed the lives of hundreds of thousands of people. Between 1999 and 2020, more than 730,000 people in the United States died from an opioid overdose, and the number of overdose deaths has continued to rise in recent years. In 2020, there were more than 44,000 overdose deaths involving opioid painkillers, representing a significant portion of the overall overdose deaths in the country. The opioid epidemic has also had a significant economic impact, with estimates of the cost of the crisis in the United States ranging from hundreds of billions to over $1 trillion. Bayer, along with other pharmaceutical companies, played a significant role in the opioid epidemic in the United States. Bayer and other pharmaceutical companies were accused of downplaying the risks of addiction and overstating the benefits of these drugs in their marketing and promotion efforts. This led to an increase in the prescribing of opioid painkillers, which contributed to the widespread abuse and addiction to these drugs. In 2019, Bayer agreed to pay $10 billion to settle thousands of lawsuits related to its marketing and distribution of OxyContin. The settlement was seen as a victory for the plaintiffs, but many critics argued that it was insufficient considering the scope of the damage caused by the opioid epidemic. Monsanto is a multinational agricultural company known for producing genetically modified seeds and chemicals. The company was founded in 1901 and has operations in over 60 countries around the world. Monsanto is a leading producer of genetically modified seeds and is known for developing innovative technologies for the agriculture industry. The company's products and services include seeds for various crops, such as corn, soybeans, and cotton, as well as herbicides and other chemicals for weed and pest control. However, the company has faced criticism and controversy over the years, including concerns about the safety and environmental impact of its products and the concentration of power in the agriculture industry. In 2018, Monsanto was acquired by Bayer, in a deal worth $63 billion. The acquisition was seen as a major milestone for Bayer, as it expanded the company's presence in the agriculture industry and gave it access to Monsanto's innovative seed and chemical technologies. Opponents of the deal argued that it would lead to further consolidation in the industry and give Bayer too much control over the global food supply. Monsanto has faced criticism and legal action, especially over the safety of its Roundup weed killer, which contains the chemical glyphosate. Roundup is one of the most widely used herbicides in the world and has been linked to cancer in some studies. Glyphosate, the active ingredient in Roundup, is classified as a probable human carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer, a division of the World Health Organization. The IARC has found that there is limited evidence that glyphosate can cause cancer in humans, but there is sufficient evidence that it can cause cancer in animals. In 2015, the International Agency for Research on Cancer published a report on the potential cancer-causing effects of glyphosate, which concluded that the chemical is a probable human carcinogen. The report was based on a review of the scientific literature on the subject and considered studies on both humans and animals. However, it is important to note that the findings of the IARC and other organizations are not necessarily accepted by all scientists and regulatory agencies. Some studies and regulatory agencies have found that glyphosate is not carcinogenic, while others have found that it may be linked to cancer. The debate over the safety of glyphosate and its potential link to cancer continues to be a topic of scientific and regulatory controversy. Bayer has faced multiple lawsuits over the safety of Roundup, and in 2020, a jury in California ordered the company to pay $20 million in damages to a man who claimed that his cancer was caused by his exposure to the weed killer. If you think these scandals are bad, you are in store for a surprise when you see how dark Bayer's history really is. In the 1970s and 1980s, Bayer produced blood clotting products for people with hemophilia. However, these products were contaminated with HIV and hepatitis C, leading to the infection and deaths of thousands of hemophiliacs. Hemophilia is a genetic disorder that affects the ability of the blood to clot, leading to excessive bleeding and bruising. People with hemophilia require regular infusions of blood clotting products, such as Factor VIII, to prevent bleeding episodes. In the 1970s and 1980s, these products were primarily made from plasma donated by thousands of people. Unfortunately, the screening processes used at the time were not able to detect all of the viruses that could be present in the plasma, including HIV and hepatitis C. As a result, many of the blood clotting products that were distributed to hemophiliacs were contaminated with these viruses. The first cases of AIDS in hemophiliacs were reported in 1982, and it quickly became clear that the contaminated blood clotting products were the source of the infections. Over the next several years, thousands of people with hemophilia were infected with HIV and hepatitis C, and many died as a result. Bayer and other companies that manufactured blood clotting products faced numerous lawsuits over their role in the contamination of the blood supply. Many governments and hemophilia organizations also took legal action to seek compensation for those affected. Bayer and other companies settled many of these lawsuits, but they also faced criticism for their handling of the crisis. Bayer has also faced criticism for its marketing of Factor VIII, which was a significant contributor to the contamination of the blood supply. Bayer aggressively marketed Factor VIII as a safe and effective treatment for hemophilia, despite the fact that it was known to be contaminated with HIV and hepatitis C. The contaminated blood scandal had a profound impact on the hemophilia community and on the broader public health community. Thousands of people with hemophilia were infected with HIV and hepatitis C, and many died as a result. The scandal also led to a greater awareness of the risks associated with blood clotting products and a greater emphasis on safety and oversight in the manufacturing and distribution of these products. While Bayer and other companies have taken steps to address the contaminated blood crisis, the story serves as a reminder of the devastating consequences that can result from a lack of proper oversight and safety measures in the pharmaceutical industry. Hit the like button and subscribe for more informative video essays.